This is Flowely, one of the most skilled PvPers I know, and currently the only goal she has is to hunt me down and kill me. And I'm playing in hardcore Minecraft, meaning that if I die even once, the series ends and the world gets deleted forever. And the way this series works is that each session I add one of my friends to hunt me down, and since this is session 2, that means I have 2 hunters to survive. So let's begin. Now wait, if you have seen the first episode, you'll know that the first hunter, Ivory, was able to shapeshift into any mob in the game. Does this also apply to Flowely? Well no, the way the series works is each hunter gets to add their own twist. So, what did Flowely add? Well, OP grass. That's right, Flowely realized the one true advantage I had over them was the amount of resources, since I'm not very good at PvP. This would be very challenging. Luckily, the twist also applied to me, so I'd spend a lot of this session gathering gear, as in a 2-on-1 situation where we all have practically infinite resources, I would not win. I also made vaults for future episodes, as this twist only applied for this session. Now, while I was doing all of this, the hunters also had plans, and Ivory was going to get mending books as to not need multiple backup sets during fights, while Flowely, on the other hand, had already gotten full armor and multiple backup sets, and their plan was now to go into the Nether and get strength and speed 2 potions, which were not obtainable from the twist, to practically burn through the notch apples I was obtaining from the OP grass. Now this was bad. And since in the last session, Ivory killed my really fast horse, I would have no way of escaping from Flowely and Ivory once they did catch up to me. But all of a sudden, I got something really good from the OP drops. A Riptide Trident. And now that I had a feasible method of escaping, I decided that I would get some high ground on top of a mountain. I knew Flowely and Ivory would come after me soon, but I didn't know how soon. And since the only goal of this series is for me to survive, I camped out on a mountain until eventually I spotted an Invis player. Fortunately, I was prepared and ready to fight. So, let's see how this goes.
Oh, God,
You have strength too?
I'm an idiot. Oh, another God apple!
Oh, what? Oh my god,
Even better on the water while I've been tailing. I don't know how to do that.
How many of those do you have?
Oh boy. Why would you fight the water so dark? Yeah, I had to take 2 on it. I'm looking at it. Oh no! Oh, look at that. I didn't die. Oh, the Thorn did finally get shot to you!
And when all my armor began breaking, the only choice I had left was to resort to running. But wait, isn't that a good thing? I just escaped from Flowely. Well, not really. You see, if anything, this just shows how much more skilled and prepared Flowely really is. If I make even one slip-up or one mistake, I'll lose. And keep in mind, I only have 1 life in this series. I gotta be on my A game. And since all hunters have infinite lives, and when they die they can just come back, well, one small misstep would mean it's over. But luckily, since Flowely had been in the Nether most of the session, getting, well, potions, and now that all those potions had been exhausted, the one thing Flowly couldn't get from the overpowered loot was enchanted golden apples. That's right, Flowly didn't have any notch apples, and I had plenty. So I had a new plan. Instead of just running, well, I was gonna go all in. I was going to use everything I had to see if I could maybe kill Flowly. This would drain them of a lot of resources they had. Now, I know they have backup sets, but another thing they didn't realize was, while Ivory was fruitlessly gathering mending books were a very rare drop from the grass, but you could still get them. And well, I'd been stockpiling them in my stashes from earlier for the next episode. This would mean I wouldn't need to take up as much inventory space with armor, and I could just repair it with experience bottles. But as of right now, I was nowhere near any of my vaults, and I couldn't enchant any of them with mending. So for now, I needed new gear. As I knew Flowly would be after me soon, this is it. I was going to use everything I had to see if I could take down Flowly. I may or may not have only a few notch apples left.
Keep running. I wish I had like fires right now. Can you hurry up? Can you channel? Ivory, bro, it's really is it really that hard to get obsidian in the nether channel?
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually such an issue that I cannot see while fighting. You always get like the first hit out, but you can't like actually see it.
Oh, okay. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. That's not a location.
Oh my.
Shut up, you can do that.
No.
You just need another one?
I have a few left.
I'm sitting here fighting without fire. No god out.
I'm pulling the Flowly strategy. All the debuffs and I still can't use Flowly.
Oh, you like that? Oh, did you want that? Oh, did you want that?
In the end, I had to run away from Flowly. Time in the session was getting low, and I didn't want to start the next one with a standoff with the best PvPer I know. So, while I may have gotten away, the next session will be even harder, because there'll be 3 hunters.